All right, man. Talk to talk. Hey, man. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's doing having a miraculous day. Hope y'all good. It's sunny outside. Go outside. Take your kids to the park. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. If you got a wagon, pull your little boy and your little girl around in the wagon. You know what I'm saying? Just don't hit none of the bumps because they might get a little bumpy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hit the bumps with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, today's episode, Joe Budden's responds to being implemented into the Drake lawsuit. And yeah, man, this is gonna be an interesting one. So before we get into that, I gotta get a legendary spiel. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to over 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,000. I'm trying to get 1,000 a week. 1,000 a week. Yes, 1,000 a week. So if I can do that, that'll be a goal of mine. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? And I am the Night King, the King of the North, whatever you want to call me. You know what it is. We're going to get to this, man. Make sure you let me know what kingdom you from out here. Love y'all so much, man, for being here with me today. I know y'all could be somewhere else on the beach, looking up at the bright light, thinking, is there really a God? And if he is, he got to come save you because your rent's due. You ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Where am I going to get this rent money from? God, please. All you see is dollar bills coming out the sky. You're like, oh, shit. All right, so look, man. I'm a joke, so I'm sorry. Look, man, we're going to get into this, man. We'll be back to discuss. All right, man. So let's get it, man. This comes courtesy of Chink Smooth. You know what it is, go.
Subscribe to your shit too, bro.
Well, this is about to be very awkward, you guys. Drake is about to learn a very hard lesson about the internet. People lie for engagement. People make up things for engagement. Everybody wants to go viral, and nothing is real. Now, a couple days ago, Drake and his legal team amended their complaint to include more details. More specifically, Drake and his team added Joe Budden confirming that Kendrick Lamar used bots to defeat him in the battle. If you guys missed that video, please make sure you guys go check it out here. Now, I'm not even sure the reason why you would want to include something Joe said on his podcast, because if you guys actually listen to the Joe Budden podcast, 80% of what they say on that podcast is just jokes and theories. It's just a bunch of people sitting around and giving their thoughts and opinions on certain topics.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'll go as far as saying a lot of people on the internet don't really know the truth about stuff. They just watch either the news or they watch a certain thing and they just go off of what they believe is the truth. Like a lot of us are not, I don't even want to get into it. Just a lot of us are not experts. Not even me, nobody. We're not experts. We could say what we see, but we're not experts in none of this stuff. We don't really know the terms of law. We don't know certain things about, like, it's just certain things we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand Drake jumping out the window because Joe Budden used to be in the industry. So him doing something like that, it's like some type of twisted irony for Drake to hate Joe Budden, but then use him in a lawsuit against Kendrick after Joe said that Drake lost and they were dancing on his grave. So it's kind of weird to me that this would happen, but let's keep it going.
But I guess they're trying to lean on Joe's credibility as a rapper and also somebody who has a lot of industry connections. Joe does speak with label owners, a lot of tech people, but it's difficult to decipher when Joe is being serious on the podcast and when he's just lying or joking around. Well, today on the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 818, Joe addressed Drake putting his name in the amended lawsuit and said, "Brother, I was just yapping. I have zero inside information on anybody botting." Here's what Joe said.
Did see they quoted
Joe.
Us.
Really?
No,
Probably JBP.
No,
they quoted Joe Budden.
They quoted Joe Budden.
Do you happen to know what that?
Bro, I'll tell you one thing that I noticed about Joe Budden podcast, bro. They are all out for self. They will not go down with Joe. They won't. If anything happens, they will throw him under the bus real fast. Amani does it all the time, bro. He even puts Joe in these situations, like the whole thing with Rocky Thunder. Yeah, I'm just saying. Me personally, I couldn't do that. If I'm going down, unless it's something like a murder or something like that. But if it's opinions online, nah. But they will definitely do that to him. I've seen this happen. And other people don't want to take when he was sleepwalking out. I get it, but at the same time, y'all supposed to be a unit, man. Like I don't care because there's some things that probably the other hosts do, and Joe probably side with them. I think Joe would side with them more than they would side with him. Like you could just tell. Like listen to this.
Did see they quoted
Joe?
Us.
Really?
No,
Probably JBP.
No.
They quoted Joe Budden.
They quoted Joe Budden.
Do you happen to know what that quote was?
JAB.
From the JBP, though.
JAB.
With all of us. That was the episode all us was in, y'all.
Oh, so now we're all your Codees in this one too?
No, we ain't.
Oh.
But
Cody's in this
It was,
one,
it was
too.
mostly in regards to the Super Bowl performance, right? The amendments?
no, not all of it. They a lot of they took out some of the botting stuff, like
Okay.
the claim of botting.
Because everyone's doing that.
Yeah. The part that really stands out to me, and I'm just curious. So they used Joe's quote of
Admitting.
I know Kendrick used bots.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
This is where it gets tricky. Because if you're using this and you're saying that was a factual statement that he made on the show,
Yeah.
so are you saying everything on the show is a factual statement?
It's not.
No, but because you yourself on Tailor Made, as Pac says, talk about him liking young girls. I heard it on the Joe Budden podcast. It's got to be true. And that's your whole claim is, hey, what was said, I mean, these claims about me are not true. Mm-hmm. So if you get what I'm
You
saying?
can't have it both ways is what you're saying.
Yeah, like I just read that and I'm like, well, don't.
Yo, he got you, Drake. Bro, Drake, he got you on that one, bro. He got you, bro. He got you, Drake. He got you. Is there nothing you can say? You can't say nothing to that, bro. He got you, bro. He got you. He got you, bro. He got you. You can't dance around that one, bro. Talk about him like on the Button podcast. This guy heard it on the Button podcast. It's got to be true, bro. Yeah. So you must like young girls then. Like yo. Woo. You in trouble, Drake.
Is what's said true or not?
Drake, I hate to refer to the tag you, but I was just talking. Hey, I was just talking shit, big dog. I was just getting some engagement going. Hey, not nobody on Universal done text me, called me, paid me. They didn't give me the scoop. I was up here running my mouth.
Man, they got
it ain't no deeper than that, Drake.
All the reaction videos, tweets, like they have all of this shit.
I'm with you. I think that bots was in play, but for me to say that factually,
Can't.
sorry, buddy. But subpoena me. Shit.
I think bots have been in
I
play.
love nothing more than to come up to court. show my face, see what's going on.
Had that shit on.
Hey,
Oh, what? And
what?
In that case, though,
And have the scoop first.
Yeah.
It'll be me and Meg Cutliff, whatever her name is. Me and my girl. Let me take the stand.
stupid.
See what up.
Joe go there, act the ass on that stand.
Oh, man. And then UMG replied and said, hey, Discovery works both ways, so be careful.
Yeah,
And then Drake's lawyers replied and said, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck what you talking about.
See, they want to gloss over that part because they know that there is some nefarious things that Drake is hiding. They know that. Discovery works both ways. So when they saying, oh, Drake lawyer said, nah, don't gloss over that. Don't try to gloss over that, Joe. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all trying to pretend like he's this thug dude or his lawyer's a gangster and he's gangster. Nah. He's not. He's not. And y'all know what time it is. Discovery works both ways. Y'all know it. And y'all should have elaborated on that more. Y'all should elaborate on that more. Y'all elaborated on the bot situation, but you don't want to elaborate on watch what you actually, Discovery works both ways. Y'all don't want to elaborate on that. All the parties and all the women coming out saying that Drake did some things to them and the 17-year-old on stage and you literally saying that he's a dirt bag, a shit bag and all this stuff. Now you don't want to elaborate on that? I ain't rolling.
Juicy.
Tyree.
I was just going to say, I'm so over this shit, bro.
Do I think he's going to win? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he is, but what do I know? There's rumors going around about settlements and
like if he settles, he wins. Not necessarily. Crazy as hell. If they get that nigga some money in a settlement, he wins.
What did he win? But some money.
What are y'all talking about, bro? What if Drake asked for the settlement? After they said this, what if Drake said that? He wins after UMG says settlement. Discovery works both ways, and then Drake settles with them. He wins. So he says, you know what? Yeah, we just want to settle. And then he settles, and then everything goes away. You go say, yeah, Drake got us a victory in court. How? He asked for the request, and it's like, now if they came to him and said, yeah, we want to settle with you, I don't think UMG is going to settle with Drake. I don't think UMG would ever settle with Drake. I think UMG knows, they know that they much stronger than his defense. They know that what he's saying ain't going to win. They just going through the motions with him. I'm thinking that they building their case because if they're going to do this, trust and believe it's a lot of stuff that they probably got on him. A lot of stuff. So we'll see what happens, but I totally disagree with that. That was a stupid statement. That was dumb.
Money.
Or yeah, he could.
That's what he doing now. He's suing them for money.
My goal could be to get out of this shit.
I think the money is the secondary thing.
My independence. That could be my goal.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
And if I negotiate that using all of this, then yeah, he wins. It ain't necessarily got to be the money. It could be I want to get the fuck away from y'all.
Whatever. I don't know what his
with
objective
my status
is.
of who I am.
I don't know what his end game is.
The number floating at the settlement number that's floating around is 200 to 250
million, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think he turned it down, right?
I don't know. We just speculate.
Man, nobody turning that type of money down. Not even him. If they're offering him $250 million and then on top of that, he's still on the label, no. And that's just a rumor. Nobody knows if this is true or not. I highly doubt that he's turning that type of money down. He don't have that type of money. Let's be clear here. Drake doesn't have $250 million on him. No. Most people don't have that. The richest man in the world had to get loans, bro. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have cash in his account? No, absolutely not. He doesn't have $250 million in his account. That's $250 million. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah, for you to have that type of money, you have to be on some, and all the deals that he's been through, I would say Drake probably has about, in his account, just me guessing, probably has about maybe 50 million, a little bit around there. But $250 million. I said, they gave him $450 million. Nobody knows how much UMG gave Drake. That's number one. People are online saying that, but they don't know exactly how much he was given for his deal. I didn't see no paperwork nowhere. People say, they speculate that. But even if that's the case, they don't give him that right away. That's over time. It's like kind of like basketball players when they get a contract for $80 million. People think they got an $80 million contract. No, that's over the course of 5 years or 10 years or whatever, however long they do the course of them playing. But $250 million settlement, that will be paid to him over time. It won't be, here you go, $250 million. It don't work like that. No. No. Don't jump in the comments trying to act like y'all know what y'all talking about, because I know what I'm talking about. Trust me, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? The highest I would go to say Drake probably has cash on hand, because people got to understand too. He's not purchasing things with cash. He's purchasing things with credit and loans. So they're moving money around. So let's say, for example, he bought a house that was worth, most people buy houses that's worth, like, let's say 10 million. He might have that. You know what I'm saying? He might have that. But if he don't have that, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't go to the bank and take out $10 million. You can't go to the bank and take out $1 million. They'll have to order that money. Now, you can go to the bank and tell them, you can go to the bank and deposit the money if you have that type of money. Most people don't carry that type of money around, but most of the money is moved around. So you basically would be moving a check or whatever money that's transferred into your account, but nobody has, because it becomes digital currency at one point. Nobody has $250 million and then taking it to the bank and dropping it into the bank. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it going.
Well, I don't know shit.
I don't know about no settlement.
I don't know nothing. Yo, do not listen to me as it pertains to any of this lawsuit
Legal shit.
I just think it's fun to fucking kick the shit about at work.
For sure.
When you end up in there, I don't know.
If he ends up in there, he can say refer to the tag in the front.
Yeah, but let me say it on the stand. Subpoena me.
That nigga Joe, I don't know how you
Put
do
that
with
shit on.
So you can wear that Balenciaga.
You put that.
Pull up,
If
driving
you
that
subpoena
shit.
me, I will
Wearing
tell
that
you
shit.
what I know.
Put that. I mean, you gotta have a night. Yo, don't.
Oh,
Go,
yeah, we'll all pull up.
Don't go buy no shirt, yo.
Yeah, well,
I
yeah.
don't know. Leave that-
Group
that-
outing.
Joe gotta do that shit on his
That
own.
collar gotta stand up like this.
Yeah, like the stiff joint.
What?
You spray some starch on that shit.
Put that shit on.
Now, I believe Joe knows a little bit more than the average person about the Budden situation, but if Joe is willing to be subpoenaed, which means you cannot commit perjury, if I'm Drake's lawyers, I'm not too sure if I would still include Joe Budden as a source. Now, it also wasn't just Joe Budden that was included in this amended lawsuit. Drake and his legal team also included reactors like Kai Cenat, No Life Shaq, DJ Academics, Dante, and John Denton, claiming that they all confirmed that UMG did not make efforts to copyright strike or otherwise demonetize their videos about the recording in the initial days following its release. So once,
And that has nothing to do with anything. So what? They have the right to do that. You're trying to say, oh, well, they're using this as a malicious attempt to actually do this to Drake, but they did it for him too, because I was monetized off of his stuff too. And then it went away. But at first they didn't stop that either. And people have different contracts. Maybe Kendrick said, look, if I battle Drake, this is what I want. I don't want you to, I want you to whitelist everybody that reacts to my stuff. I don't want you to do that. I want you to take the money. Maybe he did do that. Who knows? You don't know what was said. So why would you want to do that? Because I don't want to charge people. I want them to, if they working for it, I want them to get paid. Who knows? But let's keep it going.
again, you're referencing content from content creators who sometimes troll in their videos, and you're referencing them as credible sources. Besides academics, the rest of these guys participate in clip farming. That means saying something for engagements to go viral. Now, that's not to say Drake is going to lose this court case. It just makes it harder when you keep referencing content creators online as your sources, because most of these guys lie for entertainment. And you would think that with Drake being online chronically, he would know some of this. But let's all sit back and see how things progress. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys think about Joe's response back to Drake?
All right, man. All right, for all those that don't believe me, let's just take Drake's net worth, and then we're gonna go from there, and I'll prove to y'all that he doesn't have $250 million in the bank, or even close to that. Hey Siri, what is Drake's net worth? So, as y'all can see, since 2019, we into 2025. I don't think that his net worth went up that high, but it's $150 million, his net worth, which means that's everything that he is, maybe he might be, let's say he might be 200 right now, right? But that's everything that he owns, all his assets, everything is what he's worth, his music, everything. That's what it is, his net worth. So yeah, you combine that, you get to see what it is. Now, as far as him having more than that in their bank, yeah, he probably would be worth more than that if he had that more of that in the bank. Like, that just wouldn't make sense that he would be, his net worth would be 150 million, but he would have 300 million in the bank. That just doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe it could make sense. I'm not gonna sit here and say it won't, but maybe it could. But me, in my personal opinion, I don't think that you would have more money. Well, then again, let me think about that, because that could be possible. You could have, let's say you sold a car. Let's say you sold a car and the car was only worth, let's say, I don't know, $5,000, but you sold it for $20,000. And then you put that in the bank. And then they said, well, the car you sold, the asset, is worth only 10 million. I mean, 5,000. So it could be possible. It could be possible. But I'm saying, in my opinion, I don't think that he has that type of money in the bank. I mean, the highest I would go is 100 million. Outside of that, I don't think that he has more than that. So, but thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that. And yeah, man, it'd be funny to see the JBP roll up to the court and they be put all of them on the stand. That'd be kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie. But thank y'all for joining me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye.